Okie dokie. We're moving on to the elimination round. And right here, my trips. This is my second to the last day on the water. I just click on that. I don't want to go through all this details of angler and the profile and all that, but you can see all your catches right here, the time, the distance I traveled, which is kind of cool. All the conditions that are available. These are conditions on top of each catch. Of course, I can go back and add photos and notes if I want to, equipment, tackle, and all that, but pretty cool. Shows the timeline right here. So I'm just going to make this bigger because it's Texas and everything's bigger in Texas. And I'm going to get into showing you something. Forgot to charge the phone this day, so I lost half of the trip, but I'm going to show you what you can do while your memory's still fresh. So this is the elimination round at Conroe. Sitting in 6th place going in. Speed that up a little bit. And I believe I rode around looking again, or I was going to. Let me check and see. I think I might have stopped back here on this bridge. Looks like I was just taking a look. No, I'm fishing. So started back here on the bridge. Zach Burge was also there. We fished that same point. Then I just fished around there real quick. Anytime pre-spawn this time of year, there's a bunch of fish getting ready to go into places like this. So these little bridges, if there's nobody there, that wasn't my plan. I was planning on starting right where I caught this first fish, but when I got there and nobody was there, I sat there for 15 minutes and waited. So Zach Burge rolled in. Edwin Evers also rolled in and went back in here somewhere, and he was the eventual winner. So apparently he had something going on back there too. But started in there, fished a couple of docks right in here. And you can see pretty early, started catching them. Good. There's 4 fish right there. Not real sure. Actually, if you go back and watch live, I got a penalty on this 4th. This is the 4th fish. That was my last fish. I caught it when the time was ticking down, and it hit the carpet, so I got a penalty. So that's where my first period ended right there. 3 fish per period was actually pretty good at Conroe, believe it or not. And in the second period, I knew pretty much what weight I needed, which was around 30 pounds. As soon as I come out of that break and that penalty, I came through here, caught 1, 2, 3, 4, and this 4th one was over 3 pounds, and it put me above the weight that I needed. So it was roughly about noon. You can watch this on Hurricane Dave and see these catches. But that put me over the weight that I needed. So just coasted pretty easily into the knockout round. So I'll show you the rest of the day here. Glad the phone didn't die for that. So here's where the phone died. Ran back to where I started. And just wanted to practice in this shallower water. I mean, it was a really nice day. The only nice day that we had, actually. Got close to 80, almost a record high. So I went back in here, fished all through this stuff. Again, the phone died, but right in here. Okay, so I'm going to try to show you something. I'm switching over here to map mode. And what I've done down here at the bottom, my packs, I built a pack of the bites that I had. So I just went in, came over here, dropped all these little sighting waypoints. I'm going to zoom in here. Now you can't go back in and add tracks, obviously. You can't. That would be pretty crazy if you could, but we're going to go zoom in on this, and I've went in. Oh boy, where am I? Zoom out. I went in here earlier, that night after the trip, because you want to try to keep everything current. And I dropped some pins in this area. So this is a sighting pin. These two pins here I have it toggled on are catches for the next day, knockout round tomorrow. So pretend like you don't see those. But that's one of the fish I let swim, so you can see I actually ended up catching that fish tomorrow. This fish right here was at least 8 pounds. It was a 10-pound class fish. Big one. Let it swim with my jig for like 10 seconds. And here's another one that seemed like a good one. I didn't see that one. But there's 2 fish. And then after that, this is during the elimination round. I still had some time. And I ran out of here. Again, you can't see my tracks. Ran out of there, made a pretty long run, about 15, 20 minutes. It was really rough too. Come around this point, ran all the way back in this next creek north. And this was the blessing and the curse of getting to practice the rest of the day. These were all bites that I had in the afternoon. So basically all I did was roll in here, fished right here, bite, bite. These were both little sticks. This was a stump, bite. This was a dock. You can actually see it right there. On the left-hand side of that dock, right on that corner post, I had a bite there. Bite here. Actually, so check this out. That got moved somehow. That's where that bite was. You'll see that on MLF Live on my Hurricane Dave video. That bite there, and that bite there. So lots of bites. Could have easily led going into the final day, but there's no point in it. So did what I needed to do just to make the cut for the next day. And that's pretty much it. It was a good day. End of the day, moved up 1 spot to 5th. And that was pretty much the end of that. So I was really looking forward to hopefully another warm day and going in and catching all these fish that I had bite at 9 or 11. I can't remember.